So today is Jace's pump prep appointment for, what is it? Just the saline start pump prep. So we're getting ready right now to leave. And I cannot find Macy's shoes. We cannot find the other shoes. So she's just gonna have to wear pincher bugs all over our house. Okay, good job.
Killed it.
You just killed it. Good job.
Oh my god, baby.
Okay, so we're just gonna have to do mix match. Go ahead, put that on. We gotta find your other shoe. All right, Jace, ready for your pump prep?
Yeah.
Your pump saline start. Today is the big day. Make sure we got everything. We're heading out right now. I got Jace's pack. We got his pods to take there. We got all this. We got like so much stuff. I'm not really sure how many I'm supposed to bring.
Mama, can we leave in a couple minutes?
Yeah, we're leaving.
No, can we leave early at the point?
Yeah, and then I got his like Omnipod, the whole pack to put in there with his PDM. I got the PDM charged before we went, and then I got his other just regular pack with all his insulin, just stuff in his insulin to fill things up with. Ethan, and we're taking Macy to Grandma's house, and then we're going to go take Jace and meet him, or meet with his dad at the hospital, and for his appointment, for his pump appointment. I will learn more once we get there. We will actually like learn how hands-on how to use it, how to apply it, and everything like that. So I just dropped off Macy and Jace at their grandma's, and now we're gonna go to Jace's saline pump Omnipod appointment. You excited?
Yeah.
Excited to try it? All right, let's go. All right, we just got to Jace's saline pump appointment, and let's see how this goes.
The Omnipod.
It's supposed to be like a 3-hour appointment, so this is going to be long and excruciating because we are going to have to learn. Have to put our thinking caps on. Okay.
Screw this.
Segment is 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. They're all going to be the same days. And then 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay. And then 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then 9 p.m. to midnight. Okay. And you see from 9 p.m. to midnight, he's going high, but he's obviously not eating anything. You would go into this time segment, 9 p.m. to midnight, and you would increase it from 0.20 by, up to like 0.25. Or if you see the time segment between midnight and 6 a.m., he's dropping like here, then you go, oh, we need to lower this to 0.15 or whatever. But having these different time segments allows you to customize his regimen. So some people might even make it more, might even create more, but we'll start with this many. Okay, we can hit next. Put my glasses on.
Just got done with Jace's prep pump, or keep getting it confused, his saline pump training. Come here, Jace. So we did the training, And let's see his arm right here. So now he has it on. So he put the Omnipod on.
On my mask.
And what'd you think? What did you say how it felt?
Like a sharp needle.
So like when you get like the shots from the syringe?
No, like the big sharp needle.
Like a bigger one?
Mhm.
So it felt bigger, but it wasn't too bad?
No.
So do you think you can do that once every couple days?
Yeah.
Rather than having the syringe needles?
Yeah.
Is that better? Okay. So we're done, and we had a little bit of frustration because we were trying to communicate the pod with the, what do you call it? The pod with the PDM. We were trying to do the pod with the PDM, and it would not connect. And so we opened up another one. And then we realized finally after trying it with the trainer that the problem is our pharmacist gave us the wrong pods. So we had Omnipod Dash PDM and they gave us just the regular pods. So now we have to go back to the pharmacist and switch those out and get the correct pods for the Dash system. It's pods.
Yeah, these are the wrong ones.
Yeah, so we're gonna make sure we get the right ones. All right, going down the elevator. Woo! Took your stomach away.
Remember we were in Reno doing the elevator?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so we're super frustrated having to deal with all kinds of issues today at his appointment. And so now I just called the pharmacy to find out if we can take the pods back that we can't use because they're not Omnipod Dash pods, they're the old ones. And when I called the pharmacy, they said, no, we can't take it back because your doctor wrote the prescription, didn't write the prescription for Dash. They just wrote it for the regular.
Yep. I had it on.
I know. You don't take that thing. So yeah, so then they said, no, we can't, you can't return them. And I paid for 3 months supply. So now I'm really pissed off and frustrated because that's not my fault. This is the first time us ever getting it. And either the doctor screwed up or the pharmacy screwed up. So they were telling us that we can't return them. So then now I'm got the doctor involved and told them about that, and they were saying, no, we wrote the prescription for the Omnipod Dash. They were the ones that messed up. So they're like basically blaming each other back and forth. I don't know whose fault it is or who did what, but I guess the doctor's office is supposed to figure it out, find out, or I don't know, either they didn't really say what they're gonna do, but somebody better be giving us a 3-month supply and not charging us extra, because that is a lot of money out of my pocket that I paid for 3 months supply for. We can't even use the pod. So I'm really frustrated with that. So we'll see. She said Tuesday she's gonna, I guess, figure things out and call the pharmacy, and she's supposed to figure it out to get it all straightened out. So we'll see, I guess, what happens in a couple of days. Ready to go eat?
Yeah.
Joe's Crab Shack.
So we're gonna go eat right now at Joe's Crab Shack after a very long, frustrating appointment. Get out of this scary parking garage. It's scary. We're at Joe's Crab Shack. About to have a meal to calm me down after being pissed off at the doctor's office for like 3-4 hours. We've been there.
Hot. Get up for dinner. So you must wear a mask while entering, exiting, and moving throughout the restaurant unless you have an underlying medical condition.
Okay. Hello.
Great.
Yeah.
No, want to sit inside or outside?
You want to sit inside? Probably because it's too hot now.
Yeah.
Outside. Inside.
Hey.
you. Hey, what do you want, Jace?
Pizza.
Pizza? Okay. We gotta figure out Jace's carbs. So he's gonna have, of course they don't ever put the carbs, they just put the calories. Classic cheese or pepperoni pizza. So how big is that is what we need to find out. Like half of 70 something. What do you think? Probably like, I don't know, 35, 40 carbs right there. So these are the struggles. This is the struggles when you go out to eat, trying to figure out the carb count for him. So if we calculate this out, I wonder if they would know how many. Sometimes the places know, and sometimes they have no idea how many carbs are in their food.
I just went to my appointment.
Yeah? How did it go? What did you think? I know it was really long and boring, but overall, what did you think about the Omnipod? You like it? So we won't have to put this needle in anymore because you just have the Omnipod. But right now we do, because right now it's just saline. It was just a training.
Joe's Crab Shack Kids Pizza, 61 carbs.
61? Okay. So we have to calculate 61 plus like 40. Is that all you're having, Jace?
Yeah.
Does it come with fries or anything?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. What does it say on there? Look at my drink. Isn't it fancy?
I've got it.
Love it.
Juice or milk and a cup of ice cream.
Cup of ice cream.
Guys have like 200 carbs
Ay,
in one
ay,
meal.
ay.
I'm not having that.
You don't want ice cream?
No, because then it would be 200 carbs.
No, it's not that
It'd
much.
be like 150.
So, should we calculate that in or what?
Yes.
I don't know, we have to figure out what's the ice cream.
Okay.
I've been craving Joe's Crab Shack ever since I basically found out I was pregnant. And it was closed because of the COVID, so they closed it, and then they finally opened it up now though.
Yeah.
Do you know, okay, for the ice cream, for the kids, it said it comes with ice cream, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, do you know how many carbs are in the ice cream?
Pizza.
How big is it? Is it just like
It's
a
a
scoop? Just one scoop? What flavors?
It's just vanilla.
Vanilla? Okay, so just look up vanilla, one scoop of vanilla. We just have to figure out how much is in the ice cream so we can dose them. Over 100 carbs here. Calculate 115 so we can give him his insulin right now. So we have to give him his insulin.
What's the
Ooh,
PG?
this rollerblade.
It's 96.
Skateboard.
Ah.
So he's 96. We want to give him first his insulin because otherwise, if we don't give him his insulin right away, then he's just going to be sitting here waiting while the meal's all ready, because he's going to have to wait like 10 minutes or so in order to eat.
Is crab healthy for you?
Yep.
I don't think I want some.
But you wanted to just get pizza.
Ow.
Hurt. Guess what? With the pod, you only have to do one hurt every 3 days. It takes a lot for me and my husband to have to go to these appointments because our endocrinologist is about an hour away from us where we live, and also we have to take off time from work, which is money since it's during the day when we work, and then we also have to make arrangements for our other 2 kids since we can't take them due to the COVID and all that. We're not allowed to have them. I mean, they gave me a hassle just for even just me and my husband being there for the training how to use the Omnipod, which is ridiculous because we're both his parents, we're both his caregivers, we should both be able to be there. So I mean, they kind of let us, well, they let us both be there, but it was really frustrating, kind of like a little bit of a hassle. because they wanted only one of us to be there. So we got to the appointment, and I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not going to wear a mask because I have a medical condition, and it says specifically in our county, in the county we went to, Ada County, that we are excluded. We do not have to wear a mask. It's not mandatory if we have a medical condition. We can enter into public places such as hospitals and doctors' office and things like that, and we don't have to wear a mask if we have a medical condition, and we do not have to disclose what our medical condition is. So I have a medical condition and I'm not wearing a mask. So I go in and everything's fine at first, and we get there and they check us in and nobody says anything, and then everything's all good. We're waiting. So we're waiting for our diabetic educator to come out. So our diabetic educator comes out and gets us and sees I'm not wearing a mask. My husband's wearing a mask. My son's wearing a mask, but I'm not wearing a mask. God, I'm already getting short of breath just trying to talk. But so then she says, oh, you don't have a mask? Where's your mask? And I said, no, I don't have a mask. I'm not wearing a mask because in Ada County, it's not mandatory if I have a medical condition, and I have a medical condition, so I'm not wearing a mask. And she says, oh, okay, well, wait, let me check with my supervisor. And so she leaves, and I'm thinking, why does she have to check? It says it right there in the Ada County where we're from order. It says it right there that, you know, I'm excluded from that if I have a medical condition, and I do not have to provide proof showing what it is or tell them anything about it, what my medical condition is. It's a violation of HIPAA. So, so then she goes and she gets the supervisor, and the supervisor comes out and says, you know, oh, you know, you have to wear a mask. And she was nice and everything, but she's just like, you have to wear a mask, and you know, if you're going to come in for this appointment, and you know, otherwise you can reschedule, or you can do like Skype with your husband or something. Since he's wearing a mask, he can come in and then you can Skype with him or FaceTime. And I was like, no, that is not okay. We're not doing that. Like, for one, it doesn't even work. Like the Skype, me and my husband have different phones, so we've tried it before and it does not connect well. And two, I mean, it's my right. Like, I can go into this place and it says it right there that I don't have to wear the mask if I have a medical condition, which I do. So I'm telling her this, and she's saying, well, we're not going to make you wear a mask, but you know, you have to reschedule, or we could do you know, like a virtual appointment or something. And I'm thinking, yes, you are making me wear a mask, because you're saying I can't attend this appointment unless I put this mask on. And so I kept like going back and forth. It was like the same thing. She's like, no, we're not making you do anything. We're not making you wear a mask. I'm like, yeah, you are. And you're telling me that I have to cancel this appointment and I have to go back home and try to reschedule another appointment, which could take months, because that's what it took to even get this appointment. It took us like 2 months to even get into this appointment. We've been waiting already long enough for him to get on his Omnipod. So I'm like, you're basically refusing, you know, to allow me to come in here to get this medical care for my son unless I put on a mask. And I'm telling you that I'm exempt because of my medical condition. So she kept just saying, no, we're not making you. So I'm just like, no, you guys are, and you're obviously not following the Ada County mandate, because you're telling me right now you're going to let me in. And so she's like, well, we're just, you know, you could do the appointment later. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, this is ridiculous. Me and my husband had to take time off work, basically a whole day, to schedule this, to get our other kids to their grandma's, to have my husband have to get off work, for me to drive all the way, all the time, all the energy, all the money that were put into this. Like, we are expecting it to go now. We need him to get on this now. And so I'm not going to do that. So basically, she pretty much, you know, made me wear a mask. So I'm like, okay, so if something happens to me, then it's on you guys, because you're making me wear a mask, making me go into this appointment wearing a mask. So she was like, well, you can take lots of breaks and you can take it off and this and that. So I basically felt like I was forced into wearing a mask, because my only other option was now to wait another couple of months to do like a virtual appointment, or to try to do this, you know, FaceTime Skype stuff that is not even going to work. I'm not going to be able to see it. Or just have my husband go do it and I wait out there for them to do it. And then, but I'm his main caregiver. I watch him pretty much 24/7. I'm always there. And, you know, my husband will take care of him, you know, to give me a break when he comes home, but he's not his main caregiver. I work from home and I'm with him all the time to take care of him. So I'm like, if anybody, I need to be the one to know this information more so than my husband. So I basically just had to like give in and wear the damn mask because they wouldn't, you know, they weren't budging, even though the order specifically says that, you know, I don't have to. It's not required to wear one if I have a medical condition. So they're totally going against Ada County's orders. And so then I decided to just like wear a mask because I'm just tired. Like, it took us forever to get there. Jace is tired. Like, we want to get this over with. We took time off of work, and I'm not going to make it a waste for nothing and then have to do another whole appointment, take more time off of work just to do this virtual appointment. So then I basically give in and then just go in there. I was so pissed. Oh my God, I was so pissed. I could like barely even, you know, pay attention and like get the training because I was just so mad. So I just like, a lot of things were going over my head, and I'm just like thinking maybe I should just leave, maybe we should just reschedule this because I'm just so mad that I can't even comprehend anything right now. But I try to like calm myself down because I'm like, I just need to get this done for my son so we can get this, you know, taken care of. And so then I basically just took a lot of breaks. So I pretty much didn't even really wear it. I like put it down off my face and was like, this is just stupid. And the lady, the diabetic educator, was really, really nice, and she was really cool, and she didn't really say anything. I just had like a lot of water and had the mask down basically off my face and just asked like, can we social distance? Like, I don't have to be straight up in your face. Like, we can be farther away, which I kept. Yeah? Fit you?
It's a little too
Cool.
big, though. It's still a little too big.
Yeah, it'll shrink. So which I basically did, I just kept my distance from the diabetic educator. And then just took like a lot of breaks from it. So that's basically like kind of how I got through it. And because I could only wear it for like short periods of time. And so I just kind of took it off a lot. But I was just really pissed because I'm like, look, this is what's going on now. Like, our freedoms are being taken away. I can't even go to a medical appointment without them making me wear a mask when I have a medical condition myself going on. So like, that makes no sense whatsoever. And it just really, really pissed me off that I was denied, you know, to even attend my son's necessary medical appointment. And we wanted to get this done because like I said, it takes a long time. Like, you can't get an appointment in there. They're like backed up 2-3 months sometimes. And so I wanted to get in now because I'm due in November, and we really need to have it for then for when I have a baby. I obviously cannot have him with me. I can't care for my son and my other little kids. So he's gonna go to his grandma's, and she feels a little uneasy about, you know, drawing up the syringe and like calculating all his numbers the way we have it now. And so it is really important for him to get on this Omnipod so it could be easier for her to care for him, because she's gonna have to care for him overnight, and obviously probably for 2 days while I'm in the hospital or however long it takes. I'm having a C-section. So obviously that's gonna be a lot longer healing time. Who knows? I don't know if it's gonna go well or not. But, you know, best case scenario, I'm there for about 2 days. And then, you know, so she's going to have to basically watch him for that time. And my husband's going to be with me, obviously, and the baby. So she's going to, like, have to. And she's, like, the only person we have to watch him. And so for, you know, overnight for that many days when I have a baby. And so we, you know, with the Omnipod, it's definitely a lot easier. It takes the thinking out of it, so you don't have to do all those calculations. And all she has to do is enter in his blood sugar number, and she has to enter in how many carbs he's having. And then it does the math, because we put in the settings, so it does the math for her. So that she feels a lot more comfortable with. She'll be able to take care of him a lot easier than having to like worry about counting, you know, his carbs and then calculating everything, plus doing the corrections and just everything. It is a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And it's not like he's just going for a couple of hours every day. It's like he's going to be there overnight for probably at least 2 nights. He's going to have to spend the night with her. And so this is why it's kind of important for me to get this done before obviously I go into labor and have my baby. And you know, it's July now, in the end of July, almost August, and I'm due in November. And like I said, like they don't have appointments. It's like 2-3 months we're waiting for appointments, to make appointments. And plus we are like have to learn it, and we have to make sure we know it ourselves first before we just like hand it over at the last minute. Like, hey, now he's got this new thing. Now I don't even know how it really works. Now you just figure it out. So that's why it's like really important for us to get it over with. That's why I was just like, okay, you know, I'll go ahead and wear the mask, but just keep doing like frequent breaks. But I was really pissed off because it's not right. It's not right that they're making me wear something, especially when I have a medical condition where I shouldn't have to wear it. So, God, I was pissed. I was so pissed. I was like ready to leave, but I just know that I kept trying to keep myself together because I know I had to get this done for my son. So this has been a long, frustrating day with Jace's insulin saline trial, starting out with that. And then now we just tried to put the last Dexcom, because it just expired today. We just tried to put the last Dexcom sensor on that we had, and it just fell off. Okay.
Uh-oh. We just fell off.
Oh my God. Just fell off. I guess it didn't go on right or something, and it just fell off. So that was the last one we had. Now we're out of sensors. We don't have any backups, so I just put in the prescription refill request to go pick it up tomorrow. Ugh. So it's super frustrating, super long day, super tired, ready to go to bed and be done with today.
Yeah.
Yep, ready? But Jace is happy because he got his game that I told him he can get if he tried the Omnipod or the Dexcom on his tummy, which he did try the Dexcom on his tummy. He said it actually hurt less than his arms. So at least that's a positive. And then he got a game that he's been wanting to get. So it's a win-win for this little boy. There's his game. You happy?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, ready to go to bed. Good night, y'all.